Hello, so this is Falterfire, and I am continuing with my fresh Breach Wanderers playthrough where I have started from scratch, and we are currently all of level 3. And so we have our custom deck, we have our pool. It's kind of tempting to swap to quick play. The reason to do that is that because I am not unlocking any cards, the card pool, the total list of like cards I have available to me is already pretty small. Like you can see that although I don't have every card equipped, I have a pretty large percentage of them, which means that it's kind of tempting to just do quick play because then I get the double upgrades and the double removals, which may be worth more than trimming down the card pool. But I think I first want to try doing a run, and we are going to be doing depth 3. Obviously a level 3 character is not supposed to be a temp, especially with no forge upgrade, or only very, very minor amounts of forge upgrades. Obviously this is way below where I should be going into depth 3. But I figure that I may as well, because depth 2 went really well, and I'm curious how this will go. So I haven't actually changed my deck from my starting deck from last time. So again, we have like some mana. We have one Moonlit Reverie to help us with growth, because growth will be an issue until we have the level 4 passive for Raodan. Then we have Ice Blasts and Drain Life as our actual damage. I like trying to get this again. I do also like the potential of fighting that, but this lets us also get this this shot at getting Mana Dance. So I think either one of these is solid because we want to try and pick up a Lacerating Strike or a Corrupted Blast. Yeah, we're gonna hobble, and then we're freezing one of the two. That one's getting a buff, so we may as well stop that. So we now get to fight Duel, which is so exciting and fun and good. Not at all scary. Gonna Moonlit Reverie, so when I do that, it will be fun. Now we just have the Duel left. It's probably gonna do some damage to us, but I'm not too worried about taking that much damage. The 3-plated is kind of annoying. I'm still gonna... I may as well actually do this. It's gonna actually freeze. And then we can... trying to think. Yeah, we can actually play everything here. Should we play everything here? I don't know. Probably not. And then it's going to deal with the rest of its shield itself. And we just have to finish it off. This isn't going to kill it, so I'm actually just going to end real quick so we can get back that health, because we may as well. And then we get our kill. So Mighty Punch is kind of tempting, but I think I want the Power Surge. We'll passively walk through and just take the energy. Let's see if we can get a Mana Dance. I like freezing this so that it doesn't set up the evasion it would have set up. I think we just feed on this and try and get it dead. Gonna take a bit of damage here, but not too much. Let's see if we can get this kill. Not quite. So, the question is if we want to get this Mend out. And the advantage of getting the Mend out is that then we won't lose any recoverable health. If I do that, we can only heal for 6. That would still leave us with them. I think I do this. And so the advantage of playing the Moonlit Reverie is that now we have 6 growth, so we're going to get the extra point of mana. So this is kind of annoying. We can't actually get this kill because we are now weak. So we are going to end up taking more damage. Ah, well. Yeah, this is obviously kind of one of the risks of playing on depth 3 is that just things hit harder. Give it one of the powerful sections. We can freeze it, so let's heal first. Freeze. I would really love to have the forge upgrade that would like give us a little bit of healing after each fight, but alas, yeah, we're definitely taking that swift strike. End of turn getting sturdy doesn't seem very useful. Neither of these seems terribly useful to us. We'll take the end of turn sturdy. That is more likely to be helpful. We'll definitely take the extra point of powerful. Alright, unfortunately we did roll the version of that event that has the fight. Fortunately, we do get to, we will evade this hit even if we don't kill this guy, so I may freeze this friendo just to not have to deal with. But that sets me up to get this kill next turn actually, so let's do that. And that also saves our evade for next turn. We are weak, which is not my favorite thing to be. Yeah, this was really obnoxious that we were just like one short. We take damage for doing this, but let's just get this freeze. And then we can a little bit of damage. That's not lethal, so let's do that. And then set up another evade and get out weak. Okay, so we are going to take damage that we can't recover thanks to that evade, and unfortunately we are also going to take damage from the reflect. But yeah, let's definitely going to do that because we definitely want our health back, and I think we just do this for that kill. We will be weak again, unfortunately, but get that out of there. And we will not get arcaned because we had that small bit of decay. Just do 2 of these to get the kill. Yep, this could be going a little bit better. Do we want the brainstorm to draw the cards? I think we may just want the extra evasion. Should have played that first. Sequencing is difficult. But I also kind of don't really want to get that free. Well, I said that, but stopping that frenzy from going off would have been pretty nice. Set up that. This will at least save us from one of those frenzy turns. Oof. So the big thing is like we will be weak for probably the rest of the fight. I don't really want to lose. And we are going to be shocked, which is going to hurt. Oh, but we can at least prevent getting shocked again immediately. And so, yeah, I'm just going to slowly chisel this guy to death. Oof, that is a worse turn to be. Well, I said that, but we are going to be able to at least evade one of those hits. And then keep building growth. And yeah, we'll not actually take any damage here, which is nice. We are finally not weak anymore. We have all this sturdy that we cannot use. So we will get shocked, but we will also evade this hit. Actually, no, we're not going to get shocked. We're just going to freeze. We can just throw out everything. Yeah, picking up that second point of evade is going to be very useful in the long run. It's possible that our deck is small enough right now that Curse Spores would be good, but it's just so bad in the long term. It's hard to feel good about picking it up. Just get the damage out. But yeah, the goal here is just to hopefully get a kill at some point. There we go. Mana Eruption's not bad. I think we just take the Mana Eruption. The Flash Freeze is also kind of tempting. I normally would go with that, but I think we just need that for now. That doesn't go up to Evasion 2, which is annoying. We kind of have plenty of wits at this point. I think upgrading the Infuse makes sense so that it can continue to be valuable later into a fight. Don't think we cut anything. Not sure that we want to do the double elite fight. I don't know that we can necessarily handle it. But whatever. If we die, we die. And then we can go punk. I'm deciding if it's worth freezing. I don't think so. Because this won't reduce us below our recoverable. And that way they do at least deal some of their shield for us. I'm gonna leave that one frozen though so that we can hopefully, so that it won't set up plated, so we can hopefully kill it this turn. Or at least do serious damage to it. This will end up taking us one below our recovery. Oh no, more than that. I can't do math. Yeah, this was a mistake. You're just going to have to hemorrhage health against every fight. And like, even if I had shield, the problem is like, all my shield cards are really bad. Or all my shield options are really bad, so they wouldn't have done any more than the Mind would. Oh, yeah, we're just gonna die. That's unfortunate. I think I need to go harder on, may need to go harder on Frost. Just because I cannot afford to let enemies take turns, basically. But yeah, definitely going after multiple elites was a mistake. This is what happens when you get cocky. You get killed. We're only taking 6 here because we're evading the other 2 hits. We actually are going to be fine here because we have to evade both these hits. So yeah, this fight started very rough. Once we were able to start actually getting kills out, it obviously started going a lot better. But I think that seems actually pretty good. And I think we have to use this rest here, unfortunately. And then I think we just have to take the extra health. Okay, I was really kind of hoping to see that. So now we're evading that big hit. And then I think we pop you. We start laying damage in on you. We're saving the freeze, I think, to prevent getting bled. But this may also be a turn. Well, I said that I was going to say it might be worth doing that. But actually, we can do this, which means that we will take 0x4 and instead just pink back for a whole bunch. Now we're going to do that. Lost 1 health there. Alright, really hoping to find damage. That kill at least. I've got all those freezes out. Try anything we can get. Yeah, we can get a kill like that. We can pop you. We can take this hit. Take that hit. No point in playing that one because we are evading. And we get 4 health back. Yeah, that obviously went a lot better. I actually really like having the cleansing shield. Let's see if we can take out this friendo, which could be a big ask. We'll see. So if we do this, we get to just avoid a lot of the freeze we would have taken. And that is going to take out one of those stacks. I think we freeze here to avoid setting up that buff. So we are going to intentionally freeze ourselves on that barrier, and we're going to evade both hits. So by doing that, which is going to take away the frost barrier, which means that we can hit safely. Set that up and then just go ahead and deal away that. We're going to evade the hit and we're just going to take the frostbite procs. So it's very important that we... Is weak going to be enough? Not quite. So unfortunately we are going to get hit, but I can set up some shield and we are at least going to evade the first hit next turn. No, just doing a setup, that's fine. Weak, and then honk. So we evade one of these hits and we take a little bit of damage. Evade the hit. So we get frostbitten a little bit. Once again in this position where I want to be able to freeze myself on this frost barrier, which I can do with like so. And so I'm frozen, but so is the frost elemental. Yeah, if we can get my secure, I will be very happy with where the run is at. Certainly a lot happier than I was after that awful fight right after mid-boss, where we just had a real bad time. And we are going to get the... Oh no, because we're going to evade both these hits, otherwise we would have gotten the reflect kill. Whoops. Take the Icy Cure. Elemental Staff. Duplatome's amazing, but Elemental Staff is so good. I'm going to risk going in without resting. Well, actually, we may as well rest. So the big reason I normally would save rests is that it would, is that we can heal back off of the Forge, but we can't. So, yeah, just get increased max health. Alright, so kind of like just doing this. Doing this would save us one shield. I don't think that's worth it because the sturdy that we get. Yeah. Unfortunately, we are going to get arcane boomed here, which is annoying. Fortunately, it happened before we had our powerful. I would rather take damage out than freeze. So now we unfortunately get stacked debuffs. That's what our cleansing shield is for, but we have to find it. Set that up, which will help against those to some extent, and then we can keep trying to get this kill because it is very important that we eventually kill one of them. Because I mentioned in what I think the last video that our big risk here is that if we can't get kills, then they can just keep setting up on us and make our day worse and worse and worse. Which is indeed what's going to happen. Yeah, and because we don't have any other debuffs, the fact that we're able to set up those freezes is, or those purity stacks, meant they were able to avoid getting frozen, which is a problem. Yeah. That at least pops a lot of that off. That'll get us an arcane proc. We'll deal with one of those, which means at least one fewer stack of. So we are going to get, unfortunately, arcane boomed again, but we killed one of them, which, you know, things are slightly better now. Not much better. Certainly not anywhere near as much better as I would like, but yeah, these guys are just kind of miserable if you can't kill one of them on turn one. I want to set that up, I think, but I also really want to get the healing out. Yeah, I think I just have to do this. Then the vulnerable, and it's just bad. It's just painful. Yeah, they keep stealing all of our buff stacks. They keep being able to avoid our freezes. They are now getting to the point where the arcane explosions won't do as much, but flip side of that is that they absolutely can destroy us with physical damage whenever they get around to it. And the other thing is, like, once I kill the next one, they're going to have so much powerful. But, like, the alternative is that I just don't kill them, and that's obviously, that's not a plan. I can pop you. This doesn't kill you. Yeah, I have to get this kill, but it leaves me in this awkward position where, yeah, this guy just goes up to 14 x2 damage. Because I had to get that kill, but now they have infinite powerful stacks. I can read one of these hits. Never mind. I was thinking I was safe from arcane procs, but no, because yeah, these guys are just unfriendly. And this is with my infuse, which, like, every time we played the infuse, we've gotten an arcane proc, and it just does not matter. So we do get to evade these hits, and we are actually going to avoid getting arcaned this time. Yeah, let's do that. We aren't out of the woods yet, but we may survive this. It depends on what our last friend decides to do over the next few turns. Because he is at 19 powerful stacks, which is unreasonable. But we do now have 2 evade stacks, so we will get arcane boomed here. But, and that freeze is going to get, and I could have saved the freeze, but I just really need to get damage out, is the thing. Like, I can't afford to just not output damage when I get the chance, even if it means that I am wasting that freeze. And there we go. Okay, so we took a lot of damage we couldn't afford to take. The Nature's Blessing is really tempting. The Whale Coffers is really tempting. I think we kind of just need the Elemental Conflux. I think that's going to do the most work for us, especially because it is stronger thanks to that thing. I think this upgrade makes a lot of sense, because survivability is definitely kind of our main problem. I don't think we want to remove anything still. I think we do probably need to rest right away. Thinking about pathing. I don't know that we can afford to go through the Poison Gorgons. I don't know that we can afford not to, because I do really want this the Shrouded Elemental Strike. I think we keep upping our max health. I kind of want to just take fights to try and get Rejuvenating Strike. Not Rejuvenating Strike, just Rejuvenate, which would give us another way to get some healing out. Let's start here and see what happens. Gonna try and save this to stop the summon, I think. Although I can just line up 2 freezes here, and then that's gonna should ensure that it's froze for the rest of the fight. Alright, we had that quest, which will give us Aether, which we aren't spending. And yeah, Cornered Focus, I think we take that. We may also take Mental Growth, because that's just another way to get growth out. Yeah. Max Frost does nothing. Ancient Statue. I think we can do better than Ancient Statue. That's very good. That means I think we can afford to get rid of that other thing. Yeah, I guess we'll go this way. I would also love a Gathering Bolt. That also seems pretty good for us. So, freeze you because that functionally negates your next 2 turns in terms of what it's going to do. Because we didn't completely negate it, but it means that this doesn't have Arcane Rune, which means it won't get the Arcane proc, which is the big thing that it does that's annoying. I should have considered upgrading this just to deal with Drakes. I think we freeze you, just so we don't have to deal with the, I think, Arcane Link that it was going to put out. We should have done that first. I would have had all these freezes if I'd done that first. Doesn't quite kill you, but I can make your day a whole lot worse. I can also make your day a lot worse. So we're not going to get Arcane proc. We're going to reflect a bunch. And we can get a freeze out on only on you. Let me think. We weaken. And I think we do that because that's going to actually do damage. That's very good. Yeah, that's actually amazing. And then that. Burning Focus would probably be pretty good for us here, actually. That doesn't quite get us. No, this will kill because it's got shock. This is going pretty well. We've kind of been going in circles a little bit, but we haven't been taking damage, which is the important thing. We can, I think, afford to cut the Moonlit Reverie. And yeah, the Gathering Bolt. Icy Concentration is also good, but I like having another Arcane Source. Pause this one. Alright, only one option. Forward we go. Setting up evasion. I should have played the Drain Life, but I didn't. I really like doing this because that mostly shuts that down. Back kill. Yeah, just freeze you for a while. Boom. Just gotta keep stacking up all of this growth. 9 mana at the start of the turn. Blow you up again. Last bit of damage. Yeah, I'll take a corner focus. I think we could use another mana card. We'll see how this fight goes. I'm a little worried about this one. Especially because that opening can was pretty bad. I don't know that doing that makes a ton of sense. Doing it there doesn't make much more sense though, so I think we go there. I do think I want to play it just to, it feels wrong not to. Yeah, this is the point where we now start getting poisoned into oblivion. Go ahead and set up second freeze. Think, go ahead and do that. Alright, and that means we can block the poison. And so that will do good work against that. We don't actually want to get another evade. Donk, 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 donk. Sure. I don't think I actually need to play the names there. Oh well. Doing a surprisingly good job of managing our freeze, which was our main concern. Means we can now play that safely. Yeah, we take a bit of damage there. We can cleansing, which helps. I don't think there's any way we get this freeze off, unfortunately. Which means we will lose some recoverable, I think. Yeah. Lost 8 recoverable there. Doing that honestly more for the wits, because we are going to be, let's start with that so that we don't, that deals with the poison blood, which is the reason that I said that like I'm kind of worried about this fight, is that every time we hit with some, before getting an arcane proc, we get poison stacks. Alright, so that wasn't too bad. We only lost 8 recoverable. So Mind Seed would just be more mana, which has kind of been an issue a little bit. We do still have a pretty expensive deck overall. 100 bites would be if we expect to pick up Elemental Strike for the mid boss. We do have 2 rerolls, so I think we take 100 bites and just hope and just assume we're going to be able to pick up the Elemental Strike here. So I'm going to do this, which does commit us to doing a freeze here, because we really need to protect our powerful. Because yeah, like this gets a lot better when we have, you know, powerful stacks. I think we do this. It's less damage, but it does also save us a whole lot of setups that it will. Unfortunately, we do now lose one of our whatever, and we do get shocked, so we are going to take a bunch of damage here. Get to evade some of it. And weak is going to do a little bit, but not much. The fact we drew both our evade cards there was really helpful. Damage, and I don't think we actually need to play that necessarily. And I don't know that we want to deal with the frail. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Okay. That seems good. So far, I would say this fight is going pretty well. Alright, I'm assuming that the video won't be too jumpy, even though I keep pausing it, because I keep needing to have Discord conversations. Let's do this. And get the extra damage. And then get arcane procs, and those are rather powerful. And get shocked. But, we can get this kill. Let's min, so we're at full health, and then, yes, we didn't actually lose any health to the elemental amalgamation, and we didn't, well, ooh. I said that I really want this elemental strike, but singularity. Singularity. No, it's gotta be a singularity. We definitely don't want either of those. We'll reroll once. Yeah, purity's great, because we don't otherwise have any ways to get purity. Probably cut the 100 bytes. I don't think it's anywhere near as valuable now that we have access to the other thing. Gathering Bolt Plus is okay. I do like Elemental Conflux Plus, I think. I think we cut, we also might cut the Moonlit Reverie, so we just stop frailing ourselves. I don't think we necessarily need to deal with that anymore, now that we have the Virgin Ring and other stuff. I am going to once again pause so that because I need to deal with, yeah, an issue with my taskbar covering up the screen. Alright, into the next fight. This is another fight that could potentially be a problem. The advantage of keeping the 100 bytes is, of course, for this sort of fight, or we can just do that. I think we do need to do this freeze here so that we just don't have to take a bunch of damage. At this point, it would kind of be nice to get some card draw out, because it would help with these early turns where we sometimes just have not much we can do to avoid just having bad first turns where we don't have anything working yet, so we're definitely doing that, because that's going to do a whole lot for us. Definitely doing that. And so this is going to die to our Reflect. I think it might make sense to do that for the healing. Trying to think if it's better to do that or the infuse. I think we should do that for the healing. Dummy. We don't have our powerful set up yet. There it is. Powerful. Should have done that before. Whatever. Alright, seems like a good time to get that freeze out. Unfortunately, Icy Cure does consume one of our purity stacks, but... So this isn't actually going to consume the shocked, because I had to... sorry, I had to freeze. Sorry, because I had an evade up, which is actually kind of nice, because I kind of would rather spend it on something else. Although... do that. I don't really want to, well, I don't really want to burn the shocked with this, but I really do want to get this damage out, so it's fine. Thought that the singularity would have been, oh, we have another, I forgot that we had two shocked, so we can do both. This is guaranteed to get us enough mana to bonk. Singularity doing work. Yeah, we'll take the contemplate. That may be more valuable than the sturdy. This might also be very good. These are both very tempting. I think we take this. I think we take this. We've got 3 cards to play. Arcane. There's one of them. Shut you down. A couple turns. I think I do this first because I don't want to burn that shocked. Although I wasn't thinking about the fact that that means I do get poison. Bonk. That's the play there. And then I don't really want to play this in this fight. Yeah, okay. That was kind of borderline because it doesn't save us that. It only heals us for 3, but because we were taking that damage, I didn't super want to. I think that's worth playing. We are not playing that this turn. We do play that. And then we set that up. We are unfortunately taking quite a bit of damage from that. We need to get Arcane procs out to deal with these powerful stacks. Yeah, this is the sort of thing that I was kind of worried about with that first Arcane Gorgon fight. Not Arcane Gorgon, the first Poison Gorgon fight, which they first one ended up being fine because we I should have done that. But I think I want to get that out there. And then I think we do that. And we get exactly enough for this. It's gonna hurt, but we're gonna take a bunch of poison damage, but I think we need to get that out. I don't remember if we still have a rest left or not. That freezes. What can we even draw? I don't think any of that we can draw would be worth it. Oh, I forgot that we were frail. Oh well, we evade 2 of these hits, which helps. That will not kill. Draw. Discard. So that gets us that kill at least. We got 1 left. We take a bunch of damage. We're weak. I mean, I still go for it. And then we do get the kill. Really hope we have a rest, but I don't think we do. I think we take the second cleansing shield. Okay, we did still have a rest, which helps. We could get an outfit that would help. Let's see, maybe. Starting Mighty seems pretty... actually, I think we take the crits every 3. Because there's a decent chance that this fight goes pretty long. So we can just not have to deal with that. I think that we want to freeze so that we don't take the cards. Because it now, yeah, it's just not going to be able to do anything to us, which is funny. Go for that, which is going to summon the friends. Take away all of their evasion stacks. And we take 0 damage from the big guy. Because his hits are based on how much burn we have. And since we've been able to repeatedly we've been able to purity through the burn, we haven't actually had to deal with it. And that guy's gone. We are now out of purity, but the fact that we were able to get through a good chunk of the fight before. And so that's actually going to let us get this kill here, which is nice. So now we are finally burning. We're gonna be burning again, probably. Oh no, I can get this freeze out, which is nice. We will not need the icy cure. No, we're not gonna need the mend, definitely. So yeah, there's that freeze, which means that we're going to avoid getting the worm fires put in our deck, which is nice. Go ahead and do that, which is going to mean we completely block that burn. But yeah, you can see here we're taking 20 damage. I mean, we're evading it because we're cool. And then because we're evading, there's no reason to play that. And now the damage is lower because we are now we get to even critical. Very nice. Alright, so we are going to actually take some damage here, but only a tiny amount. And there we go. That went exceedingly well. I kind of just want another elemental conflicts, I think, because that has been doing great work for us. I think upgrading the contemplate makes sense. And I think, did I remove the moonlit? Yes, I did. I did remove the moonlit reverie. What else makes sense to remove? I think the 100 bites is way less useful now that we aren't fighting drakes anymore. I think we have enough cleanse that we can afford to take this fight, and that lets us fight the protector. And I don't think I would want to try and take on a protector after the mid boss, but we may be fine with the pre-mid boss protector. It's not gonna be an easy fight, mind you, but it might be possible. I think we just dunk on you, and then I think we actually go ahead and do burn this freeze here, just because we massively reduce the damage we take here. It's gonna do damage so we can get the little bit of reflect damage out there. Fine. I don't think we're playing 2 of those. Are we playing 1 of them? No, I think we're just gonna play the icy cure. Bonky bonk. And we are ambushed. Fortunately, we get to evade both of the stronger hits, so taking most, I think 12. Oh, less. I can't do math. Part of it's because of the weirdness of how like the multiplication ends up working out on when dealing with smaller numbers. That's going to be not quite enough to get that kill. That will get us the kill, and we'll draw some amount of mana. Yep. And then that will make that day better. I don't know that I want to burn through my, I don't think evading is worth taking out that shock stack when we could use it for a singularity potentially. Yeah. think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. We do this. Yeah, because like this opening hand is a little questionable. But that makes it, I think we cut actually both of those because we're going to set that up. So the big reason to get this kill with that is that it means that we don't have to deal with as much, as many powerful stacks, because we were able to do that. I'm going to play both of those just to get shield. Weak is a pretty obnoxious debuff to have here. But we can at least get this kill. And we evade one of these hits, so this is fine. Yeah. And then I guess we just do that. I probably didn't need that freeze, but I wanted to, so I did. And again, just not taking damage. And finish them off. And we take Hunter's Focus. 130, yeah, so that would actually take us above our max health, so don't want to do that yet. These guys are real jerks. We're absolutely going to freeze him, so that we just don't have to deal with taking that much damage on turn 1. Set you up. And get some shield back up. Alright, so now we're gonna eat some debuffs. So I think we pitch that because we're going to play that. And I guess that. Play this, which takes out one of those curse, which is nice. We do that. And so we finally get to see our first one of those. It actually is nice that this doesn't get this kill, because if it had killed, we wouldn't have gotten the treasures. Let's see what else we find. Yep. I think we just do set up for next turn. But yeah, you can see like why I was kind of worried about this fight, because they do a lot of damage. It's not a ton of damage with that freeze, which is, you know, to our advantage. Unfortunately, we cannot singularity, but I should have done these first so that we could get the extra damage. And pretty much any hand should give us this kill. Yeah, we take turn to gunk. So we take some damage here, but not too much. Wait. We have a Predator's Focus. Or we have a Hunter's Focus. We got it from a fight that was against just the Prowlers. Huh. Check that in the recording. Hitting this guy causes us to take damage, which is annoying. Trying to think, that would take us... Yeah, we would not have enough health to... We'll go ahead and get one out. And then I think we do that, and that, and that. So we should get the kill on this one. And yeah, we didn't take enough damage to actually hurt us, which is nice. We're going to turn something to gunk. We just don't know what yet. Ice Blast can go. I think Hobble can go. It may actually be the Cornered Focus. Let's do that. We could just turn nothing to gunk. That also is okay. Just do it for the heal and the tough. Yeah, the fact that we were able to get a couple items that would, a couple ways to help us set up our whatever to do more damage has been really nice. Not more damage, our to get more frost out has been just incredibly helpful. So unfortunately this is going to be evaded, so I don't think it's worth spending all of the mana on the Singularity. But okay, I mean that's kind of the perfect thing to turn to gunk. Yeah. Take away one of your evade stacks, take away your other evade stack. I'm gonna need that. Don't think we need that. Damage. And kill. Tormenting Strike seems medium. Second Contemplate seems medium. We'll take the Tormenting Strike. It's not the most useful thing, but it is, I think, better than some of the other options we had available. I think Applying Weak makes a lot of sense, and I think freezing one of these makes a lot of sense. So we are going to get Arcane Boomed, but because we have Purity stacks, it's just going to hit that. Dealing with this is kind of a priority. Not sure how exactly we're going to do that, but because we can use that, but just take the Purity stack. Debating if it's worth spending a freeze on this, because I really don't want it to set up its stack of buffs. Because that includes Arcane Leak, which is really annoying. So I think we start by doing this to take away one of the plated stacks. Which then will let us get enough out to freeze and take away another plated stack. We are going to be cursed, which is annoying. It's possible it's wrong to prioritize. Why is this only a power surge? That... Oh, because I transformed that bug. I wasn't thinking. Yeah, so I was thinking I would be safe from the bug because I didn't transform I transformed like a card that was the exhaustion, but because the exhaustion was the who's my what? I got hit by the bug. Let's do that. Shrivel is safe though. Love to find my cleansing shields. Now there's all those buffs set up. I need to just look doing that though. This is where we take damage. Yeah, not focusing them and then just not finding our cleansing shields may be the death of us. Because of all that curse. Do that. Pitch those. Yeah. Actually take just so much from this curse. Yeah, we are just dead. I don't think there's anything we can do. Yeah, we're just dead. Well, that's unfortunate. I should have rested, I guess. I wasn't thinking about... Or I should have tried to kill one of those dorks in the front first. Still, I think that went pretty well for our first attempt at depth 3 with this. I probably shouldn't have tried to fight the Shadowbone Protector at all. I knew that was going to be a tough fight. I was hoping that fighting it before the mid-boss, we wouldn't have to fight the Marsh Elemental, would make it easier, but I underrated the curse mostly from the Shadowbone Wisps. So yeah, it was a good attempt. It is going to get us to level 4, which means we will get the growth on status trigger. That'll help with mana generation. Yeah, so I will do another one of these videos at some point. Bye.